Hello, YouTube. Hello, YouTube. This set free are in love. People are in love with the fears of this world, with the desires of the world. People are in love with the things of the world, getting high. People in love with getting high. All right. People are in getting high. They're in love with it. It doesn't matter if something's legal, if it's not legal. People are in love with it. They're in love with the desires of the world. The desires of the world would never satisfy you. And people are in love with it. They're in love. Being in love. A lot of people in love with a lot of stuff in this world that don't love them. It don't love them. You are in love with the desires. You know what desires are, right? Can you say desires on YouTube? Desires. Desire. Everybody on this YouTube has desires they're trying to fulfill. Everybody has, everybody, everybody does. Everybody has desires. Everybody is trying to fulfill desires. But the world's desires will never satisfy you. The world's desire. Everybody has desires. People who are in love with the desires of this world, the desires of the world, the desires of the world. People, people are in love with the desires of the world. Everybody walking this earth got desires. Everybody do. So what does the Bible say about desires? What does the Bible say about the desires of? Do not do not love the world. Do not love the world and anything in it. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in them. For everything in the world, the craving of the sinful man, sinful man, and the lust of the eye, and the boasting of what he has, does not come from the Father, but from the world. The world and its desires are passing away, but whosoever does the will of God will live forever. The world desires don't last. The world desires are empty. People are in love with getting high. In love with it. They'll do anything for it. It's idol worship, temporary stuff. What you're doing is gonna pass away. The world and its desires pass away. So getting high, getting drunk, all that's empty. The world's desires don't last. The world's desires do not last. You cannot have a relationship with Jesus Christ and be in love with the world too. You can't do both. He says, do not love the world. Don't love the world. Do love the world and what the world got going on. What the world got going on is temporary. Do not love the world. Do not love the world. Do not love the world or anything in it. If anyone loves the world, for the love of the Father is not in him. For everything in the world is the craving of a sinful mind, of sinful man, the lust of the eye, the boasting of what he has done comes not from the Father, but from the world. The world and its desires pass away, but whosoever does the will of God will live forever. The world's desires, the world's desires don't last. That's why so many people get offended, getting high every single day, every single moment, and that's passing away. It's passing away. The world and its desires pass away. The lust of the eye, the pride of life. Everybody is trying to fulfill that desire. You got a desire trying to fulfill. So you run into the world. You run into the world instead of going to Jesus Christ. You run into the world. The world and its desires are no good because you got to get high over and over again. The same old stuff. It's temporary. It's temporary. It's temporary. In love with the world. And that's why people get so offended because they in love They in love with they in love with getting high. They in love with it. They in love with it. But the world and its desires are passing away. But those who do the will of God will live forever. The world's desires are empty. They will never satisfy you. 1 John 1:15. You in love with your drugs. You in love with getting high. But the world and its desires are passing away. Bye bye.